So I'm going to make a start on stripping this engine down. As you can see, she's a bit of a mess. Been a little bit neglected. I'm just going to do like a time-lapse video of stripping it down. Get all the cases vapor blasted. A little bit rough. Bit of a weld there. So I've got the Athena 392 kit to go on. So everything's in there, brand new. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. What else have we got? So we've got a new, not new, but better. Because that one's not been welded. So I'll run that through the blaster, get it all powder coated. Got a Quadtech road legal kit. Everything in there, new wire harness, indicators, horn, lights, battery. All the Banshee parts there ready to go in. Loads of gaskets, the bolts, jacks, spare needles. Pretty much got everything I need. So I've pretty much got a rolling chassis here. Got brand new lights. Like everything brand new. Brand new rear lights. So all it's waiting for is the engine. So let's get stripping it down. Sorry guys, I started taking a few more bits off and I forgot to press record, so I've not done much. I've took the stator off, took the retainer off, I pulled the shift shaft assembly out, so that's as far as I've got. So I'll carry on stripping it down now. So I've run the cases through the blaster. Come up alright, to be honest. It's come up pretty well. There's a bolt that snapped. I didn't snap it, I found it. See it in there. So I'm just going to drill that out, re-tap it if I need to. So let's get on with it. I've just been and picked the cases up from the fabricators, from the welders. He's done an awesome job. So he's built that area up. I just need to grind it off. He's sorted the crack out. It was all cracked underneath there. See where the crack was. So yeah, he's done that. That was knackered. It was all cracked off here, if you remember. So he's filled that. So I just need to put the outer case on and mark up where the hole needs to be, re-drill it and tap it. I sorted the broken mount. So he's welded the inside. So I just need to grind it out. So I've got a bit of filing to do. But yeah, overall he's done a really good job. So that hole that was down there, all the way through to the inside as well. So yeah, he sorted that. Really good job. So hopefully that should sort it. At least I don't need to buy any more cases. So I just had all the parts arrive for the Banshee engine. Got the new crank, transmission bearings, a few OEM parts that were missing, mainly retainers, little alley coolant tube, that's all eroded away. Just we got the water pump impeller gear, because they had a tooth missing. Transmission bearings, transmission seals and crank seals, new gasket set, a new clutch to go in. I managed to find a new flywheel and a new coil and stator because they were pretty knackered. So I'll start assembling it. So I'll just drop the crank in, got the transmission in, so running smoothly, all the gears change, can't do it one-handed. So I'm just going to gasket seal all this edge, put the seal in this side, seal all that in around there, same with the crank seals. Got some retainers to go on. So I've gasket sealed the two crankcases together. Everything's in, transmission's in, all runs smoothly. Just got a few bits to put on to the clutch casing. Need to build the water pump up, fit the bearings, whatnot. I should have done this before I started filming. Oh, terrible. Anyway, as you can see, it's here, it's powder coated ready. Brand new in there. So yeah, obviously I've got the So yeah, just going to build the water pump up, fit the bearing, fit the seal. Get a few more gears fitted into here. This one's going on the crank, this one's going there. I'm not going to have to do a full in-depth video on putting the engine together because there's hundreds of videos online. So we'll get that done and I'll get the cylinders on. I've got some nice Athena cylinders, as you'll have seen in the last videos. So let's get to it. Right, ready to start putting this together. The water pump. Got a nice new billet water pump impeller. Everything's brand new. New seal. So fitting the seals. The flat side goes to the oil side. That, I don't know if you can see, the recessed side goes to the water pump. So recessed is water, flat is oil. So we see the flat facing out in here. So I'll just get that greased up, get them pressed in, and then I'll start putting the rest of the bits together. So before I start, I've just been digging through my box of bits and I forgot I've not vapor blasted and powder coated this. So I'm gonna have to get it in there. I'll show you the reveal. So there you go, quick 5 minutes in the vapor blaster. It looks brand new. Just gonna get it in the oven, bake any contaminants off. Set it in there. Let's put the racks in first. So I'll do that. Then I want to get this engine built tonight, so I'm just going to do the WD-40 trick. I'll show you that in a minute. I'll get it heated up in the oven first. Report back. Right, so I'm going to heat treat this water pump cover. It's in there. You don't need to put it in the oven, you can use a blowtorch. So what I need to do is get my little vintage tobacco tin. Found that in a box full of, it was full of washers actually. So that's just got WD-40 in it. And I advise you do this outside. So you want to heat the part up as hot as you can with the blowtorch, pretty much so it's glowing, and then drop it in that WD-40 and it'll give it like a black coating and it'll stop it from rusting. So I'll do this now and I'll show you what it's like when it's done. So I heated it up till it was almost glowing and then I dropped it in that tub of WD-40. Well, it's not, doesn't look the best, but it's coated it. Should stop it from rusting. I can't turn it over because it's flipping too hot. So I'll let it cool down and I'll carry on building. Right, so I'm just going to get the cylinders on. Powder coated them. It's not the best job, but it'll do. Nice brand new Athena. The big bore kit. New pistons. Got the domes to go in, all the O-rings. The cylinder heads there. I've powder coated that as well. All candy purple. Very cheesy. So I'm going to get these fitted. I've got to put the bungs in actually first. There's bungs that go in there. Genuine Yamaha ones. So I will use a bit of like gasket maker on there, help seal them in. Like I say, it's not the best powder coating job, but I'm building it for myself. I'm not building this one to sell. This one's going to be mine to keep. So let's get this top end on. So I've got most of the engine together. I'm just going to concentrate on getting the clutch in. Notice there was a small little washer missing from that, so I couldn't carry on the other night. These were missing, that were missing, the bearing retainer were missing. That is just to drip oil down. I don't know if you can see, there's a little hole underneath there. So it directs the oil onto this as it's spinning. So yeah, replace them. I replaced this coolant tube because that was fully corroded, nothing left of it. I was waiting on a new clutch, the basket locking washer. I replaced that washer as well, the locking washer, because that was knackered. So I'm just doing a quick leak down test with my homemade tester. It's holding just over 5 psi. Everything's sweet. I was saying that. The cylinder head's sweet. There's no leaks anywhere. I've checked all the top. The right side reads are fine, but I think the left is leaking ever so slightly. You can't see that much, it's very tiny. So it just keeps foaming up a tiny little bit. Right on that bit there. But that's been in there for a couple of minutes now and it's not dropping fast. So I'm going to leave that, because once the engine's run, it's getting a bit of heat through it. All the plastic and the seals and the rubber should seat properly. So I'm not too worried about that. There you can see it starting to foam a bit now. Can I zoom in? Like I say, it's tiny. That's been on just over 5 psi for, I don't know, 3 minutes or so. So I'll give it another few minutes and see what it's like. So she's been sitting for about an hour and it's hardly gone down anything. Still a few bubbles under there, but yeah, it's not even dropping, so I'm not worried about that at all. Like I say, when the engine gets hot, they should reach seat a lot better. Once things start moving, heating up and shrinking and expanding, should seal it. So yeah, I'm not worried about that. Guys, so it's a fresh day, the next day, and it has hardly moved. So I'm happy with that. It's absolutely fine. So yeah, she's ready to run. There's a few more bits I need to do. in the frame first. I'm going to bleed the brakes up. Well, this is before I fit the engine. Bleed the brakes up, get some of the coolant lines on for the radiator. I need to bleed the rear brake, but here in the UK you need a parking brake. It needs some sort of handbrake, but because I've done the Brembo mod, it's eliminated the cable that you used to use to obviously pull the brake and lock the brake in place so it doesn't roll. So because I no longer have that, what the bloody hell's that thing? Oh, it might be a handbrake that I've just made. Can't do it one-handed. Little lever. So you pull the brake, and you flick that up, like so. And it sits in there and holds the brake on. Solid. And it just flicks down. So normally it's got to be running for the lights to work. Got my new indicators, got little side lights on. Obviously they're not going to be like that. I need to find somewhere for them to go. Cool as. Mountain of wires. Put my speedo comes on. Full beam. Indicators off. I like the little side lights. I don't know where they're going to go yet. Need to find somewhere. Hide them away. Can't believe I've managed to do this. just need to sort all these wires out. Big job. Wiring diagrams that I've had to follow. I've had to float the stator. Pull all wires off these coils around here. Resolder wires on. That's the bloody speedo. Trying to get all that figured out. I've still got more to do yet. There's a few wires. It's like that. Goes to the spark plugs. So I've got a rev counter. I've got that needs to go down to the gearbox to tell me that I'm in neutral. I've got a horn to go on it. There's a temperature sensor to go in the red pipe. Get in there. It'll be running next week, this. Fucking runs. Just need to set up the carbs. So the wires came all the way along here. All the way along here. You're supposed to run them up through this hole and connect them to that battery in there. But my seat just will not go down with that battery there. No matter which way it is. Even if it's led down, still doesn't fit. So I've disconnected all the wires. And that has made himself a little battery box bolted to the bike with an indicator bracket. Just about see my indicators there and there. I've also made some indicator brackets for the back. They're just tucked away underneath there. Okay, baby. One on the other side. So that fits in there, lovely. Got some little foam packers side by side. Come on, get in. Oh, it's not down. Why are you not down? Oh, there we go. It's down. I've ordered a Velcro strap that's going to go around there and hold it in place. So if I plug it in, indicators. How tight is that? And it's hidden by the plastics that go on, all tucked away. Good job. It's got the little side lights built in as well. like the side lights. And I've also made a little bracket down there to relocate the key. So on a Banshee it normally sits in that area under the bars. So yeah, relocated it to there. And it's covered by the seat. Get the seat, sorry. It's quite heavy. See, obviously when the seat's on, it's covered it. Nice hidden location. I think it's looking mint though. I need to see it in the daylight. Get all the rest of the plastics on and take it outside. It's been in this garage for a long time. But it's so close to being finished. So I think I'm going to leave it there now. If you've been following this build, then leave you in a bit of suspense. So the next video you'll see, it'll be outside. And I'll be running it, give it a few heat cycles. We'll see what sort of power we can get out of this. So thanks for watching, stay tuned for the next video. You will not want to miss that.